In the Arizona dawn, where the desert dreams, my drone takes flight on golden beams. The spring breeze whispers, gentle and clear, guiding my journey through the vast frontier. Up above, like an eagle soars, capturing wonders forevermore. Cacti and mesas from this bird's eye view, in colors vivid under skies so blue. Flying my drone on this fresh spring day, sunshine gilds the desert's endless play. In the open expanse where horizons unfurl, I'm soaring high like a bird in this vibrant world. The morning light dances on the sand, tracing the artistry of nature's hand. From towering cliffs to valleys below, every curve and shadow puts on a show. Glimpses of life in the desert so wide, captured and cherished on this aerial glide. The rustling spring leaves sway in the breeze, crafting a symphony among the trees. Flying my drone on this fresh spring day, sunshine gilds the desert's endless play. In the open expanse where horizons unfurl, I'm soaring high like a bird in this vibrant world.
Morning light is breaking, painting shadows on the ground. The Sonoran desert waking with a beauty so profound. Cacti stretch their arms, reaching for the dawn as the world begins to shimmer in the light of a brand new song. Oh, the sunrise in the desert, a masterpiece so bright, colors dancing on the horizon, chasing away the night, with the mountains standing tall and the sky a canvas white. In this moment of pure magic, I feel alive inside. Golden rays are spilling like honey on the land, every hue a whisper from the universe so grand. Birds begin their chorus, serenade in the day. In the heart of the Sonoran, I find my worries fade away. Oh, the sunrise in the desert, a masterpiece so bright, colors dancing on the horizon, chasing away the night, with the mountains standing tall and the sky a canvas white. In this moment of pure magic, I feel alive inside.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. Coming to you live from the Ironwoods Forest National Monument. Got my Desert Adventures in Arizona coffee cup all filled up. Hope everybody's doing well today. Happy Monday. It's going to be a good week. Let's see who we have in the chat this morning. Look at that. Van Girl Sherrill is a first member in the chat. Welcome, welcome. It's going to be 3 degrees C with a high of 5 degrees C, which is what, 41 Fahrenheit, something like that? Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
Expect some clear skies today.
Eat your heart out. 67 Fahrenheit. We were in the 30s though, 39 this morning. We showed 38 on our temperature. And I think it was the 31st. We had our first freeze, not a deep freeze, but we got down to freezing to 32 Fahrenheit. So it would be 0 Celsius. But it's sunny. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's see who we have here. Lee is here. Welcome, Lee. Howdy, howdy. Step Van Dan, another channel member, is here from Minnesota. And he's off to get coffee. There's Hawkins Family Adventure. That's Sandra. Welcome, Sandra. Happy Monday. Sandra mentioned in Ava's chat this morning, which we always start our Monday off with, that she worked 20 hours this weekend. So looks like she's getting herself in the groove. She Devil Adventures is here. Good morning. Good morning. Tommy is working and lurking. Scrolling. Cheryl says 41 is almost swimsuit weather. My gosh. I remember those days working in it. And now that I'm retired, we watch, and when it hits 50, then we go outside in the wintertime. Scrolling. Let's see here. Who else we have here? Everybody's saying hello. I love Mondays, LOL. I do now. I didn't like Mondays when I was working, that's for sure. Nomadic Camping is here. Welcome, Woody. Good morning. Good morning. So I was watching one of Woody's videos. He was out walking around the forest like he does quite often where he lives, that white stuff all around. And he mentioned something that kind of rung a bell with me. He is concerned because he's out quite often by himself with his dog Star. He's concerned about, having some kind of issue where, let's say he had a medical emergency or something. I mean, he looks like he's in great shape, but if he had a medical emergency and somebody came up on him or me, for example, because we live out here in the remote desert, how would someone learn who you are? Well, if your phone is like mine, it's locked, right? So law enforcement's not going to be able to pick your phone up and figure out who you are. For a man, they would pull out our wallet and they would probably find our driver's license and learn our name and learn our address because it's on the driver's license, right? But how would you want them to contact, let's say, your wife or your husband or your significant other, emergency contact? So he suggested putting a piece of paper in your wallet and writing, or, women have wallets too in their purse, and writing emergency numbers on it so that if something happened to you and they went through that, they would have phone numbers. Like, we have a daughter that lives close by. We have a daughter that lives in Louisiana. Would you want them contacted? Would you want your spouse contacted? What's their phone number? Would you leave your sign-in code for your phone so they could call them maybe? I don't know. So I'm rolling that through my mind now after watching Woody's video and thinking about it. I think it's a good idea. Quit bragging, Woody says, about our temperature. I can only brag in the wintertime, right? And And you know that you've been in Arizona. In the summer, I can't brag because we're so hot in the summer. Look at that. We got Nate and Paula in the chat. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Good to have you. Nomadic Camping says he worked 0 hours this weekend. I'll tell you, I worked a lot, and so did Oki yesterday. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. But Woody has, I believe, is fully retired now. Is that right? That feels good. That feels good. Dan says it's 29 in Minnesota. Oh, that's pretty cold. Look at that. We got Captain Jack Scrapper in the house. Ahoy, ahoy. He says, working and lurking from Ocala, Florida, 66 Fahrenheit. Good to have you. Good to have you. Jolly Matilda's here. Welcome, welcome. Now, this is dedication here. Jolly Matilda mentioned on Ava's Live, which we watch every Monday morning, that she stayed up pretty much all night so that she could make it to Ava's Live. Now, that's dedication right there. And here she is on my live. So, Jolly Matilda, thank you very much. She's saying hi to everybody. No worries, no worries. I have cars in my face and not leaving to type on my phone. I hear you. I hear you. Oh, cats. She's got cats in her face. Yeah, she's got cats. And Oki follows some channels, some Japanese channels, and that show cats, and they're really cute to watch. All right, Sandra, get some sleep and rest, and we'll catch up with you later. Yeah, retired, and it feels good, right? So I remember that first morning retirement. I stood up with my coffee cup, looking out the front, and looked back at my wife and says, well, what do we do now? And YouTube was it. So I had a YouTube channel, but didn't do anything on it, and started playing around with YouTube and meeting all you good folks. And off we went. And that was I retired in 2017, August 17th of 2017, and haven't looked back since. Really, really enjoying it. And we bought this property out here, quite a few years before 2004, actually, and I retired in 17. So bought this property with the idea of building a small house that we could retire in. So it's got the wide doorways, it's got the roll-in shower, it's got everything set up for, old age folks. And so I've always thought that way of preparing for the future. It's just the way I am, the way I think. So bought this property, had a small house built, and out here in the Ironwood Forest National Monument, 129,000 acres out there. We go out the gate, hang a left, and we're out there heading towards Ragged Top Mountain, and just the best life with the love of my life that I could imagine. I can't imagine anything better. See, our view is in the house. Good morning. Brr, it's cold. Yeah. It is cold in the desert, but it warms up as soon as the sun comes up. Scrolling. See our view. That's Tim and Gracie and Crystal in Quartzsite, Arizona. That's great, Dan. There's Ringo and Czar. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, Kyle. All right, what else is going on? Let's see. Shout outs. Fangirl Cheryl's going live at noon today, noon Mountain Time. So it'd be 2 hours after me. And I looked for a thumbnail, Cheryl. I did not see one. So if you want to drop one go right ahead. Oh, you're getting a cat too, huh? I see a lot of nomads traveling with cats. Now, when we were in Nebraska, were we in Nebraska? We were traveling somewhere. I don't remember. We had a cat, a calico cat, I think it was, and we were in the van, camped out in a campground, an overnight stop, and we left the windows open about that far. It seemed like, and when we got up in the morning, our cat was gone. So we, of course, freaked out. We walked all over the place. We talked to all the neighbor campers. We let everybody know that we could think of that our cat got out last night. And they said, "Well, stick around another day. If she doesn't come back, she'll come back." And sure enough, we stayed one more night, and she comes walking up, meow, like, "I'm back." So boy, we were so mad at her. Wow, she's got 10 cats. That's a lot of cats. Now that's when you talk about or think about the term herding cats, Tracy's herding cats, or are they hurting her? Probably more so. Yep, that's right. Once you get the sun up here in the desert, that's what you go after. And wearing black is a good idea in the wintertime. 14, 14. Wow. 5 dogs and 11 chickens, Dan says. Awesome. Awesome. Love the fur babies. I got one down here. Lucas. Let's, let's see if Lucas is going to come in. Lucas, you want to come say hi? There's my mister. There's Mr. Lucas. Yeah. What you doing? What you doing, huh? Hanging out with mom? He's already been out playing. He's had his breakfast this morning. He's had his morning nap. And he's a happy boy, huh? He's a happy boy. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Lucas. That's Lucas right there. Okay. Go take a break. That's right. That's right. I dropped a short. We have a tote, which is a plastic tote that I cut in half and we grow greens in. So in the desert, it's really difficult to grow vegetables because it's so dry. So you have to be able to contain the moisture. If you try to put something in the ground out here in this dry earth, it just sucks all the moisture away. So again, we were camping up in Quartzsite and I was sitting around the campfire chatting, and you learn things from people. And JT told me about these totes. And so I got some, and we've been putting small totes up. They're about, I don't know, 4 foot square. Put some sand in the bottom, drill some holes for drainage, and then put soil on top of the sand, and we grow our greens that way. Anyway, Lucas likes lettuce. He eats lettuce. He eats oranges. He loves apples. And so I dropped a short with Lucas eating some lettuce out of the tote. Oh, my cat as a child came back 6 years later. Wow. Yeah, missing an ear and a half a tail upon his return. Yeah. Yeah. Cats are wanderers, that's for sure. We've had cats too. Not sure how Lucas would feel about having a cat around, but I think we'll have one again someday. That's right. Pets are better than people sometimes. That's right. I used to give my kids a hard time because I'd come home from work and you'd get this, "Hey, Dad." But the animals, the cats or the dogs, were always at the front door greeting me when I came home. Very true. Yeah, they are tough critters for sure. All right, what else is going on? Let's see. Weather check. We had our first freeze a couple days ago. Oh yeah, I was in Tucson. I had to take my Jeep in to Tucson. It's got some grinding noise in the front end. I think it's got a bad U joint. And I have a shop on the east side of Tucson that I take it to have work done on it. So there's actually snow on the mountains north of Tucson. Here's a quick photo that I snapped. Now I know it's not easy to see, but you can see the snow-capped mountains on the other side of that street light. This is 22nd Street. Jolly Matilda would recognize this, but I was on 22nd Street heading north to drop the Jeep off, and there's a couple feet of snow up there on the mountain. That's the Catalina Mountains, north of Tucson, 9,800 feet elevation at the top, and so the top couple thousand feet had a good coat of snow. So we do get snow in Tucson, and as I was growing up with my three sisters, we used to go up there in the winter times when we were kids and take our round sleds, those round discs you can buy. We take them up there with our bread bag shoes. We'd put bread bags over our feet and we'd go sledding up there. So a lot of good memories up there. And then when I went to work for the electric co-op for 20 years, I worked up there. And of course, every time we get a bad snowstorm, power would go out, and we had to drive up the mountain to figure out where the problem was. So I don't have to do that anymore because I'm retired like Woody is now. But anyway, kind of pretty to look at from the valley. So you can be 60, 65 degrees down in the valley of Tucson and have snow up there on the mountain. It takes you about 2 hours to drive up there. So good memories, but I don't have to work up there anymore. What else we got? So snow in Tucson, right? Let's see. Oh, we have a visitor coming. We have our niece, Katie, is coming this Friday. We have to pick her up at the airport up in the Phoenix area. It's Mesa Gateway Airport. She's coming in at 11 p.m. Friday night. And she's coming in from Wisconsin. So she comes down here by herself and she's going to spend about 10 days here. Oki's going to cook for her. We're going to, of course, visit and enjoy each other's company and probably go out and do a little sightseeing depending on what she feels like. For her, this is kind of a decompression trip. She's in one of those jobs. She's an HR lady, and she's, of course, dealing with all the HR issues that they have in their company. And so she likes to come down here, sit on the back porch, look at Ragged Top Mountain, and enjoy the warmth. For her, it's warm. For us, it's still cold. Yeah, pets love us for sure. Unconditional love, right? There's Ava Potterfield and friends. Good morning. Good morning. So I mentioned we always start Monday morning with Ava, and she's feeling much better now. It's good to see her almost back to normal now. So take care of yourself. Good morning to you too, Ava. Everybody's saying good morning to Ava. Oh, Van Girl Cheryl says her cat was a big orange tabby. Oh, we had a gray cat. What do they call it? Coon? The great big, huge gray coon cat, I think it was called. And we got that cat and her sister from my aunt who rescued him from underneath a trailer in Catalina. And so they were our cats, and Casper was his name. It's coming back to me now. Casper was one of those cats that liked to wander. Now he was fixed. But he still liked to wander. Now the female that we had, Sasha, she didn't wander. She stayed home. She was a smart girl, but Casper liked to wander, and eventually we lost him. We think to a coyote. But yeah, they're cool. Yeah, the discs and the bread bags. You guys remember that? So we didn't living in the desert, you don't spend a lot of money on cold weather gear. You just save up your bread bags and stick them over your shoes, and you were good to go for a while. I forgot the live post. Here it is. Okay. So that's Fangirl Shirl's live right there. Let me pin that up in the chat here. There we go. I'm going to pin message. Okay, that's pinned to the top of the chat. So everybody click on that. It should open up, and then you can set the notification, and we'll go visit Fangirl Shirl here at noon today. So just a little ways after me. Let's see, I'll be done at 10 o'clock, so she'll be live at noon. Yeah, bread bags, right, Dan? That would last like 2 minutes up there. I'm not sure if it's a Maine Coon or not. It could be. They were just trailer cats. Yeah, you're right, Dan. HR is a hard job. And it's HR in a bank. So she works for a bank, and I think she has pretty good quality employees, so it's not too difficult. But she was in HR in a care facility for a number of years, and that was stressful because there was all kinds of issues that happen with those employees. But she's doing much better now. Did I miss Tanya coming in? Nurse TLC, are you here? Scrolling back. I guess I missed you. Anyway, Tanya, welcome. My daughter has 2 Maine Coons, well, one now plus Charlie. Yeah, cats are so cool. We enjoy them. Divine Mojo is here. Welcome, Mindy. Good morning. Good to see you. I was watching Brian. He's up there in Quartzsite, Vintage Van Life. If you haven't checked him out, he's a funny guy. He's a full-time van lifer, and he set up e-bike drags up in his camp up there in Quartzsite. I watched that video this morning. It was pretty fun. There she is, Nurse TLC. Good morning. What's the temperature up there where you're at? We were in the 30s this morning. And yeah, Tanya's got little desert sage. My kittens are all hellraisers. It seems like when you get more than a couple cats together, that's what happens. You have mass pandemonium. Oh, we had an outdoor hunting cat that would take down rabbits and squirrels. Yeah, our cat Casper used to bring us gifts and lay them on the porch. And I'll save you the details, but he liked rabbits. Oh, that's right. Dan put newspaper in my coat to keep the cold out when I was a kid. Wow. Yeah, that works, right? I got a fly in here. Yeah, Tanya is Nurse TLC, and she shares information on how she deals with uh, chronic issues, with her body, and she's very knowledgeable on that. So check out Nurse TLC. And she does van life and still gets out there and goes camping. There's Roy and Becky's Travels. Welcome, welcome. How many days till Becky gets home? We all want to know. It's got to be like what, 10 or 12 days? Oh, yeah, you saw that too. So the bike drags, and Wonder Hussy was there, and so was Jeepsy. Both young ladies named Sarah, both uh, big YouTubers, and they stopped in to participate too. So yeah, weather. Well, yeah, a dog and cats, especially with 10 cats or whatever you got there. The dog would probably have to be a meek, mellow, subservient dog with cats like that. Oh, yeah. My daughter's brought home bunnies and squirrels too, right? There's Smoky Mountain Blessed. Hi, Joy. Hope your Monday's going well. And I've been enjoying Smoky Mountain Bless drive stream. So they drive around Gatlinburg, the area where they live. They live just 15 minutes or so from Gatlinburg, and they do a drive stream. And the last one was raining, but still interesting to watch as they drive around. It's people watching. You can see people walking, and of course the chat interacting. 32 degrees, she says. Woo! Yeah, we were at 32 on the 31st a few days ago. The 31st, is that right? Yeah, December 31st, I think it was. Yeah, and Donnie has his own channel too. If Joy wants to drop that link. He does painting on his channel. 7 days. Look at that. How exciting. How exciting to have the boss back. I know. Sometimes if Oki's not around for a while, I kind of wander. Luckily, we're fenced in here, so I can, when I bump into a fence, I know that's just a joke. Thank you for the thumbs up reminder. Appreciate that. Yeah. Wonder Hussy occasionally. Well, I don't do it for that, for the looks of Wonder Hussy. I do it more for her storytelling. So she's a really good storyteller. And that's what it takes to be successful on YouTube, is to be a good storyteller. And she's pretty good at it. Crafty Traveler, cheap RV living interview. Okay, there's a link right there. We'll be sure to watch that. I don't think I've seen that. All right, we will have to check that out. I'm going to write myself a note. I have to watch that. So there's Crafty Traveler. She a lot of times does camping trips up and down the California coast. Of course, she's been over here to Arizona, and she has a whole video series on her overseas trip that she made recently. So I bought I think I mentioned to you guys before, I bought a Apple Watch. And the reason I bought it mostly because I was interested in how I was sleeping. As you age, you don't sleep as well. And so it actually gives me a report every morning gives me a sleep number, a percentage. And so here's my sleep score from last night. It tells me the sleep stages, which includes how long was I awake last night, my REM sleep, my core sleep, and my deep sleep. Interesting, huh? So core sleep, I was 5 hours and 29 minutes. The REM sleep is, that's when you first fall asleep and just are not, deep sleeping yet, but you're light sleeping, and then deep sleeping 57 minutes. So, and it also has the ability to tell me how my respiration is. So, I'm really enjoying using this watch. It gives me a lot of good information, but I thought I would share that with you. And again, I get this report every morning when I wake up. It recognizes when you go to sleep and when you wake up. So I thought that was pretty cool. What else we going on? So we're 37 minutes. I want to run my members video, and then I want to talk to you about something that I sold yesterday. I sold a vehicle yesterday, and I'll tell you why I sold it. Let me find my members video here, channel members. And again, thank you, channel members. This is as of January 4th, 2026. I'll be right back to tell you what I sold yesterday.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
All right, so thank you, channel members. Thanks, subscribers. Hey, did you notice I'm over 10,000 subscribers now? That is a miracle. Now, of course, do they watch? No, they don't watch, but it's nice to be over 10,000. And I appreciate everyone who subscribes. Becky's getting short. She'll be here in no time. Right. Yeah. So Van Girl Cheryl saw Lonnie's interview. Looking forward to seeing that. Here's my latest Hat Creek campout video. Lonnie and the ladies. Very cool. Oh, Nurse TLC. I'm one sub away from 700. Very cool. So, Nurse TLC, I think you've got a rent. So, if you want to drop your link, Tanya, go right ahead. Did I see Lee was taken off? You have a good day, Lee. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, very good job. Good job. And she does a good job on her videos. Really good videos she does. I don't sleep for a hill of beans, right? I hear you, Dan. Um, so what I do to try to sleep better at night is reduce caffeine, and that includes anything with caffeine, including chocolate, soda, coffee, of course. Even tea has caffeine. I don't drink any caffeine in the evenings. And then if you Google magnesium and how it helps for sleep, I take magnesium in the evenings, and that seems to help me sleep too. Anyway, I was going to tell you about what I sold. Not going to Arizona. I'm getting my rig ready to sell. Want to keep the mileage down. I have less than 50,000 now. Okay. All right. Interesting. Are you going to replace it with a newer one, Lonnie, or are you going to downsize? Oh, Cheryl has a smartwatch too. Yeah. And I know it's irritating watching people, do this while you're trying to have a conversation with them, because it also gives you breaking news and all those things that you like to keep up with, but it does have its benefits. This is, I think, is the 11, the newest one. They have more expensive and less expensive, I think, but it works out pretty good. She's looking for an RV or a camper. You and me both, trading in my van for a new one this summer. Yep. And Oki and I have talked about that 100 times. When I retired, I had a 401k, and I paid cash for our Class A. We have a 26-foot Class A Winnebago, and I wanted, we've done vans. Of course, that was years ago. We had a 1987 Ford E250 Econoline van that was bare bones, but I built it, with plywood cabinets, and of course we had a toilet and a bench and sleeping and all that. We did that traveling around in the military, and as we aged, I wanted something comfortable, and of course, I want Oki to be comfortable too. So I bought this Class A from a retired couple up in Sun City, and well, we bought it because we both went up there and bought it. And at the time, that was in 2018. It was a 2015 with low mileage, pretty good shape, and we still have it. So it's got right at 50,000 miles, 51,000 on it. And so I think we're just going to keep it. We're not full-time RVers. We don't do cross-country travels anymore. We just camp around Arizona. And sometimes we just go out into the monument, and we'll set up camp out there, take the grandkids out there, and enjoy, a few days out in nature. And so I think we're just going to keep the 26 footer. It's comfortable. It has everything we need. We can take showers, and we have the black tanks and all of that. Uh, and we're comfortable in there. So we're just going to hang on to that because, geez, I'm pushing 70 years old, and I'm getting a little creaky. I know Brian had 5 registered. Yeah, it's fun. You'll like watching it. Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate it very much. I didn't know they did a 10,000 member plaque. I thought you had to get up there like in the million members. I don't know. I haven't seen or heard anything. Okay, there's Tanya's link. CRV just dropped Tanya's link right there. So be sure to check her out. Thank you. Appreciate that. You don't get a plaque until 100,000. I knew it was up there. Yeah. That's good information, Roy. Thanks. I plan on getting a van built out or partially built out. Okay. Yeah, and you do a lot of solo camping, so that should work really well for you. Yeah, I've been at it for what 5 years now, I guess. Oki and I were looking at some of my earlier videos. I mean, I've got like 1,500 videos on the channel, and that's a nice thing about YouTube. You could say what you want about YouTube, but they save all those videos and they take care of them for me, and I can go back and revisit them. And we were watching some of the older original videos, and I think I would do some things differently now. It's also a phone. So yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you can talk to your watch. Yeah. Get Smart. That's right. Yeah. Fangirl Show reminds us. Remember that Get Smart show where that guy was walking around, would talk to his phone? I've had one for 5 years now, I think. Got it because I didn't want to hear noises on my phone anymore. Okay, that's the question. My watch vibrates. Okay. So when you leave your phone back in the van or wherever, Mindy, and you're out with your watch, does your watch still give you notifications? Because I thought it was your phone was feeding the watch. Is that the true? I haven't tested that yet. There's Ivan K. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. There's Ray. Ray's in San Diego. Enjoying the weather down there in Southern California. Yeah, I like to travel, right? Yeah, and it's great for one person. I know a lot of people. We know a lot of people that have vans, and they work great. And we've had a van in the past. In fact, I had a 1971 Dodge Tradesman 100 back in, when was that? The 80s? Would have been sometime in the 80s. I had an old Dodge van with shag carpet in it. And then after Oki and I got married and lived in New Hampshire, we bought a van in New Hampshire, and I built it, and we set it up, and we had 2 kids at the time, and we did a lot of camping in that thing. A lot of good memories. Of course, like everybody, I wish I still had that van, but we ended up donating it to Junk for Jesus. I have the Fitbit Charge 4. I'll never buy another Fitbit or Google Tracker. Record exercise. Yeah, Fitbit was a big thing when I was working. In fact, our electric co-op would buy them for you if you wanted to participate in an exercise challenge. And, I was working out in the field, busting my butt every day. I wasn't interested in going home and walking, miles when I did it at work. So I didn't participate, but a lot of the office people did use Fitbits. Did I miss Brene? Renee came in. Somebody's saying hi. There she is. Good morning. Good morning. Coming to us from sunny California. All right. So I mentioned earlier that I sold something yesterday. So I'm pushing 70. I'm still in good shape. My health is good and everything. But one thing that I'm noticing is I age, and this is related to motorcycles. So I've been a motorcycle rider my whole life. My dad rode motorcycles, dirt bikes and street bikes, and he taught me how to ride. And so, geez, I can't remember when I first got on a bike, but 13, 14 years old. And my bedroom window was right in the carport area, and dad would park his motorcycle right outside my bedroom window. So I was always looking out, checking out his motorcycle. And sometimes I got a ride on it. And anyway, that dropped the seed for me. And so I've owned motorcycles my whole life. I've had this one motorcycle I've had for 17 years. When I buy a vehicle, I usually don't sell it. I usually keep it. And I sold it yesterday. So this is a 2003 Honda Goldwing. Let me take that comment off of there. And I bought it 17 years ago from the original owner, and he kept it nice, and I have kept it nice, and of course kept up with the maintenance and the repairs and everything. And we have put over 100,000 miles on this motorcycle. It's a Honda. It's got an 1800 cc motor in it. As good as a Honda car, and it does really well. So since I'm pushing, 70 in my I'm still able to function just fine, but my reactions aren't what they used to be when I was younger. So I've made the decision to get rid of the bike, and I'm probably going to buy an e-bike is what I'm thinking, to putt around the neighborhood and to take with us up to Quartzsite and such as that. But anyway, I sold the Honda Goldwing yesterday to a 22-year-old kid, I'll call him. They came over from New Mexico. And if you look at the photo, there's a white trailer. I actually have a trailer with it that we used to tow behind us. And so we would throw our suitcases in the trailer, and then off we'd go. We had a group of friends that we traveled with. In fact, right after I retired, I made a trip all the way to DC from Arizona and back. And that was my retirement trip. And let me see, there's the trailer. So that's a pull behind trailer, lights and everything on it. We traveled, all over the country with that, and it worked really well for, like I said, putting suitcases, emergency stuff in there. And with that big engine, that 1800 cc engine, you hardly even knew it was behind you. But anyway, I sold it yesterday, and a young man came down came over from New Mexico. And so we got the bike loaded. He bought 2 other bikes while he was in Arizona, and then he bought mine and the trailer. And we got the bike loaded on his trailer, but he came up with this idea of putting the motorcycle trailer in the back of his Suburban. And so the three of us had to pick that trailer up, that motorcycle trailer, and push it into the back of that Suburban. And boy, oh boy, was that a challenge. But we got it done. It just barely fit in there. And there's a picture of the rental trailer he got, and that's the Goldwing in there squeezed in between two other motorcycles. And so off he went. But anyway, I had to say goodbye to my Honda Goldwing I've owned for 17 years, and he's going to take it and put it back on the road. Of course, it's ready to go anytime, and he's going to enjoy it maybe for another 17 years. So I'm really happy that it found a good home. Anyway, so this morning I got up after loading that, help him load that trailer in the back. My back is killing me. So, what do you guys do to when your back hurts? Well, we found something that works really good. I don't understand how it works, but I can tell you it works. This DMSO DMSO cream is something that a couple of doctors that I follow on YouTube recommended this, and they said it works really good for muscle aches and like arthritis. So I have arthritis in my knees, which is another reason, I'm pretty well done riding motorcycles. And so I bought this from Amazon. It's right now it's almost $20 cream, and boy, it works good. Obviously, you have to do your own research. I'm not a doctor, et cetera, et cetera. Check with your doctor before you try it. All that, goes with this. But this DMSO cream works really good for putting on sore joints and sore muscles. So just thought I would throw that out there for your consumption. All right, back to the chat. We're coming up on our hour here. Let's thank you, Ray. Yeah, I took really good care of it. There was not a scratch on it. I always kept it in the garage, kept it covered. Yeah, we had a good. I still have one more motorcycle to get rid of. I had the Goldwing, and I have a 2008 Harley Ultra, and it's not nearly as comfortable as the Goldwing. I'm going to probably keep it a few more months, and when it warms up down here, I'll probably put it up for sale too. So yeah, all those things, that kind of as you get on in life and you decide something else that plays into this situation or this decision too. If you don't know, Arizona is now very liberal on marijuana. They allow marijuana out there. They have these marijuana stores all over the place. And so what happens now is all the kids now have marijuana, and they're zipping around here. When I'm riding my motorcycle behind someone and they're smoking a joint, I can smell it. When they pass me going the other way and they got their window open and they're smoking a joint, I can smell it. Because I don't smoke, I have pretty good sense of smell. What happens if those people blow through, if they're high and not paying attention, and they blow through a stop sign or a signal? Every week we see on the news where somebody has gotten hit on a motorcycle in the Tucson area. And so that's another thing that plays into my thinking. Riding bikes for, over 50 years, I develop a sixth sense, and I can avoid and have avoided situations that saved my life because I was able to react, stop, or go around someone. I'm not sure I can do that in my 70s. So I've made the decision to not ride as much anymore because I want to be around for my family. and I don't want to be one of those that gets hit by someone under the influence. Anyway, that also played into it too, and you can think what you want about marijuana. I don't care, but I'm not going to take the risk of riding a motorcycle with no protection when so many people out there are driving around under the influence. Let's see here. Fitbit. Okay, I kind of went back to catch up here. Okay, if you have a cell phone plan on your watch, you don't have one on your phone with you, but if you don't, then yes, it feeds from the phone. Okay. So I don't have a cell phone plan separately from my watch. So I'm assuming that if I separate from my phone, my watch will just be a watch, which is fine, right? So I got the old fashioned. Oh, it also tells me time to stand up, Steve. Dismiss. It also tells me the time, right? So I like the old fashioned face. You can change the faces on these. And so I like it. You do have to charge it every couple days. So I feel like Michael Knight from Knight Rider talking to Kit when I talk to my watch. I haven't tried that yet. Yeah, they were good vans. They were. We had a 74 Ford van. Hubby built a bed platform. Yeah. Minicam, good memories, huh? Good memories. And I think if we did have a van, we would have one like Gracie's got. Gracie's getting ready to leave San Diego for Arizona, saying hi to everybody and listening. So Gracie's got a beautiful van that she had built by Midwest Van Builders, Johnny's Journeys. My job gave out Fitbits. I like the Apple Watch better. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Ray is saying hello to Brene and Cheryl. Scrolling. So anyway, the Goldwing has a new home. I miss it already, but I have room in my garage now. We love our e-bikes. Get an e-bike, it's worth it. Yeah, see, we talked about getting an e-trike too, Joy, but we have dirt roads out here and they're rocky. Wanted to buy a trike for Oki, but I don't know that she'll use it because it's so bumpy out here. I have a seat when we stop. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to get an e-bike. The electric company is right up here in the Phoenix area. So I'm going to run up there and you can test ride different e-bikes. I'm thinking I'm going to get the full size with the fat tires, for off-road because I'll be running around out here in the monument quite a bit and not having to, do all that pedaling. I actually have one, Patty. Welcome, Patty. Good to see you, another channel member. I do have a TENS unit also. And when it gets bad, I use it. But yeah, that's a good. I also have one of those red light. I don't know what you call it, but it's got the LED red lights, and I put that on my back too, and that seems to help. Okay, as a retired PT, I would treat people with ice, heat, massage, and a TENS unit. Also stretching exercises. Yeah. Good advice. Good advice. Joy says we want a camper van to do some road trips. Our RV is older and not comfortable driving. Yeah. Yeah, we don't do DMSO is a lubricant that is used for racehorses. Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know, but it's good stuff. it works. Yeah, DMSO is good too, Patty says. Patty, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Always use BioFreeze, Mindy says. I learned about it as a licensed massage therapist. Okay, BioFreeze, huh? All right. Thank you, Woody, for being here, and you have a good one. Only relief is laying on the side. Yeah, that too, right? Scrolling. Yeah, stay safe and alive. Exactly. And I don't know. I'm going to miss motorcycle riding, but I think that I think it's a good idea for me to hang it up and find something else. New Frontiers is here. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting ready to close this up, but thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I have tried CBD, and it works, but not nearly as well as the DMSO. I had CBD cream for my knees, and it does help. It helps for about 30 minutes, and then you have to reapply it. But this DMSO cream works for hours. I don't know why. We can smell it walking around. Too many accidents. Oh yeah, we're talking about marijuana. Yeah, moonshine. Yeah, yeah, and alcohol's always been around. So I just worry about somebody plowing into me. Yeah, yeah, and it's a personal choice. There are medical marijuana users that I know. It helps them. And those people use it responsibly, typically. But when you have access to it, what happens? The teenagers get a hold of it. And that's what happened here a couple years ago. I don't know exactly, but they had it on the ballot, and that was the same the same election that they had all the issues up in Maricopa, where they had allegations of things with the elections. I won't say anything more than that, but that's the same year that they voted in medical marijuana after it being voted down for a number of years in a row. And then all of a sudden it was voted in. So you provide access to it and the kids are going to get it. And I'm not going to have a kid plow into me out there. Yeah, Davis Hasselbeck. I can't even pronounce, but yeah, that was a good show. Yeah, I don't either. Besides, when I was a teenager, I tried it. It made me deathly ill. I mean, not deathly, but I was sick. I rid my e-trike on very rocky and bumpy national park roads. Yeah, we might try one out when we go up there to Phoenix, and maybe we'll test one and see if it's something that Oki can ride. I have 2 rad bikes. One folds. Okay, hoping to fit in my new. That's right. Patty's getting a new van build by Johnny, Midwest Van Builders. So excited for you, Patty. Wow. Yeah, DMSO. That's what works for me. I saw a 4-wheeled e-bike here. Oh, okay. A 4-wheel, huh? They make 4 wheels now. Well, that would be pretty good. You need kind of squishy tires, though, or some suspension. That's good, Patty. Good to know. Good to know. You got that right. I've used BioFreeze. It helps, but not a pain gone remedy. Okay. So probably for swellings and things like that. Yeah, you'll like it. You can find it on on Amazon, you can have Jeff Bezos will deliver it right to your door. Or in my case, our gate. Both my bad accidents were hit by drunk drivers. I know it's the way it goes now, right? Only for a few minutes, Tracy. You know, you get some smell off of it for probably 15 or 20 minutes, and then it goes away. It doesn't stick with you. Okay, folks, I'm running over here. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me today. Let me play my outro. Oh, I want to show you one more thing. We have pottery shards out here in the desert, not too far away. And we found some pretty cool pieces out there recently. But that's something else about living out here in the Ironwood Forest National Monument is we get to see neat stuff like that. All right, I'm going to play my outro, and we got some rain, so I'm hoping for some poppies very soon. We're going to have a nice poppy bloom this year. All right. Focus, Steve. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, where's my outro? Looking for the outro. Here we go. All right. We'll see you all next time. Thank you.